All right, Shalom Akim. This is the brother lawyer from GMS Miami Camp, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles with great boast, and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Today I'm basically getting to a lesson, a simple lesson, linking up Hebrews 8 and Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, for a specific reason. I'm trying to, hopefully it's edifying to prove a very specific point that the heathen are not going to receive the blessings or the promises in the kingdom. Okay, I'm just going to use these two basic scriptures, and just bring out the facts. All right, so hopefully it's edifying. And I'm gonna start at Hebrews 8 and 7. It says, "For if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second." And that first covenant is talking about is the covenant that Moses made with us when we were at the mountain. Okay, and that first covenant was on stone, but it wasn't found faultless because of us. All right, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments, and we couldn't receive the blessings that we were supposed to receive under that first covenant if we had kept the laws. Okay, verse 8, it says, "For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold," the them it's talking about is the nation of Israel. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord." So right there, this excludes every other nation. Okay, this is talking about the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Okay, and we broke the covenant, so the Most High regarded us not. All right. Verse 10, it says, "For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord." Okay, because we broke this covenant, so the Most High said that he's going to make a new covenant with us. All right, and this goes back to the book of Jeremiah. "Saith the Lord, I will put my laws into their mind, and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. They shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more." Right. So basically, the Most High is saying that he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Right. And this covenant is going to be in our minds. It's going to be in our hearts. It's going to be in our spirits. And we're never going to sin against him again. All right. So that we can receive the blessings that were in this covenant, which the Most High said if we keep these law, statute, commandments, we will receive. So because we're never going to sin anymore, and we're going to keep all these laws and these statutes and commandments, we're going to receive these blessings. But there's something that entails, okay, for the other nations. And I'm going to bring it out. This is Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all nations whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee." Who's doing that? That's not the so-called white man, That's the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're the ones who are calling the curses to mind. Those Jews in the land of Israel, they're not calling the curses to mind, and they're going the fuck off, man. If they were the Jews, if they were the Israelites, not to go off topic, then they should be calling the curses to mind, because they going to fuck off according to the covenant. All right, but that's not the main point of this lesson. I'm trying to bring out a point further down. Verse 2, it says, "And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee." All right. So the Most High said if we return unto him, the Most High is going to gather our children who he hath scattered amongst the nations. When did the Most High ever scatter the heathen among the nations? So this new covenant, all right, which when we return unto the Most High is going to gather our children and gather our people. This can't be talking about the heathen. The heathen can't have any part in this. It doesn't make any sense, because the Most High never scattered the heathen according to the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Okay. Verse 4, and if any of thine be driven out unto the utmost parts of the heavens, From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. All right, so the point is coming soon in these last two, 3 verses. Verse 6, it says, and the Lord thy God will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Okay, so according to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, verse 6 and 7, the Most High said that he would circumcise our hearts and the heart of our seed, and that we would love him with all our hearts and with all our souls. Okay, which basically goes back to Hebrews 8 and Jeremiah 31, the new covenant that the Most High would write in our hearts, and we would keep the law, statutes, commandments perfectly. And he said once that happens, these other heathens are going to be under the curses of that the Most High put upon us. All right, these other nations, the nations that hated us, our enemies that persecuted us, they're going to be under the same curses that the Most High put us under because we broke his law, statute, commandments. So if that's the case, then explain to me, how in the hell can the heathen be blessed in the kingdom? And if the heathen can join be part of this new covenant by some, faith in Yahushua, which would be impossible because that promise was never made to them by faith in the first place. But let's entertain the idea that that may be true. If the heathen can join into this new covenant, then basically what a Christian would be telling me is that the heathen will join unto the Israelites, and the heathen along with the Israelites would put the rest of the heathen nations in slavery. Okay, the heathen are going to put their own brothers and sisters in slavery once they join this new covenant, because according to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter, that's what's supposed to happen. One of the curses that the Most High put upon us was that our enemies would put us in slavery. It doesn't make any logical sense. Okay, these are the facts, and you Christians, you dumb coon Israelites out there, can't get it. But that's good, because the Most High blinded your hearts, man, so that you wouldn't get it, and that only the election would get it. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua for those that actually believe and understand, man. So with that, I'm not gonna, this was meant to be a short video. I'm not gonna try to rant, With that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity. Hopefully this was edifying to the elect, those that get it, okay? Through faith in Yahushua. Shalom.